Well, I told everybody about the filly we bought today, the trotting filly from Delaware in Maryland. Obviously, we try and fill the requests of our clients, and we have a number of clients that are from the Delaware and Maryland area that would be very interested to know that we now have a Delaware, Maryland staked yearling trotting filly. Beautiful filly in her own right, and I've always told everybody, as I said in the other video, want nice horses, well-built, athletic-looking horses. This was a well-built, athletic-looking filly. Her full sister won the Delaware final, made $210,000. In the second dam, you have Hang Time, Fitness Girl, lots of good horses there, and then obviously down in the third dam, Like a Prayer. I've bid on many horses with the same line over the last 4 or 5 years at the stable.ca. So Jazzy Judy, pretty easy pickup, $21,000. Might have been a little more than I thought, but truthfully speaking, she is one of 29 horses eligible to the Delaware Sire Stakes next year for 2-year-old trotting fillies. They have 2 $100,000 finals with eliminations throughout the year, so a fairly lucrative stake, regional staking system, so to speak, for such a small area. Not that Delaware is a small state, but I just mean jurisdictionally speaking, you have Dover and I believe Ocean Downs. It wouldn't be what you call mainstream. So Jazzy Judy, I think, was probably a smart pickup. Somebody said, why would you buy Delaware and Maryland? It's simple math. You know, we have a real good-looking, pretty good bred Delaware and Maryland trotting filly, her and only 28 other horses are eligible to $250,000 next year. So made pretty good sense to me. So we bought her. So I told everybody we would look at racehorses today. Now, truthfully speaking, I have 1 pacer and 4 trotters I like. I'll tell you why. How do I put this? There's a number of places I'd rather not shop tomorrow, and stables I would rather not buy horses out of. The horses we've looked at are at bigger stables. We've bought horses off around Burke before. Did okay. We lost money with Lincoln James, but I think that could have went either way. I think he had the potential to do better. Maybe we should have sent him somewhere rather than racing him at Mohawk last season. I don't know. Either way, while Lincoln James is selling tomorrow, I don't mind shopping at Ron Burke's barn. I don't mind shopping at bigger barns like Aki's Funstead also. These are stake barns. They're not overnight barns. And I would rather stick to that. You know, if people are looking to sell horses to try and put some capital together to pay for the yearlings they bought, which a lot of these places do, I'm okay with that. If you're looking to sell for another reason, well, that's something different all on its own, isn't it? So I have 4 trotters and 1 pacer put together tomorrow. Now, if you have any horses you're interested in, I can go and look at them tomorrow morning, but I want to be very careful with what I do here. So the first horse on my list is number 1448, 1448. Fade Into You. Fade Into You was a $65,000 yearling purchase. She's made $215,000 now. To be clear, some of these horses are broodmare prospects, so they're going to get a little higher, and we're probably not going to get them. There's a good chance we won't. So there's a better chance, for instance, when we look at, there's only 1 gelding on the list. Lord above. It's a sale. It's going to be tough. So Falls Into You is a well-bred trotting mare, 4 years old, now shows 150, 1-1. I think she got a mark of 53 or 54. Might be a little high, but nevertheless, Falls Into You is a horse we are interested in. I am interested in. Magical Beliefs, another filly, $77,000 yearling, racing at Alinda Toscano's barn. This horse has earned $301,000, shows 154, 155, racing at the Meadows and tracks like that. Cantab Hall, both these fillies are Cantab Hall fillies. The third one is Starita. Now, Starita was a $50,000 yearling purchase. It's taken a mark, trotted around 153 3, shows 151, $307,000 made. This is a Trixton filly. The second dam is Passionate Glide. So again, you're dealing with bidding against broodmare money, so to speak. Now, the way they went today, they could be all out of money, or they could be just loading up for tomorrow. Again, there was a lot of money spent today on weanlings and broodmares. It was incredible. So number 1463, Starita, mark of 153 and 3. This is a 3-year-old trotting filly from the Sam family, is Passionate Glide, $307,000 made. Next is the pacer I'd spoke about the other day, Sylph Hanover. Sylph Hanover is a some beach somewhere 3-year-old pacing filly, $75,000 yearling. She got a mark of 150 and 2, made $468,000. She maybe I'm wrong. I don't know if she's bred as well as some of the trotting fillies, but nevertheless, she is a broodmare prospect and could garner a lot of attention in that regard also. So who knows where Sylph Hanover ends up. And then the one I thought caught my eye the most, I would say, I was most interested in, but I actually think there's one horse that's not on this list. One horse that caught my eye was Cavill Hanover. I know there's a horse missing here. I'm going to find him right now. Cavill Hanover is a muscle mass. He was a $70,000 yearling that has made $198,000. Won his last start. Has 7 lifetime wins, and I had him out of the stall today. He is a really, really good-looking horse. There's the other fella. A really, really good-looking horse. So I'm very interested in that colt also. And then one horse, I don't know why I missed him on my list here, number 1610. This is a 3-year-old trotting, still a stud colt. His name is Refi, R-E-F-I. This is a horse coming out of the Irv Miller barn. Really nice colt, well put together. Not as big as Cavill Hanover. This is a Chapter 7 Refi, and Cavill Hanover is a muscle mass. This colt in particular here, I better put him back on my list. No, he didn't get on there. Refi is actually the horse I thought we could buy. He's not big, he's not small, but he's a good-sized colt. He's had some problem with brakes in the past. No, this isn't the Irv Miller horse. This is a horse selling from Ray Schnicker's been racing him for Lindy Farms. Lindy Farms had some issues with him. It looks like Ray got him and squared him around, I guess, a little bit, straightened him out, and he's been racing well his last 2. A win in his last start. I think he's got 1 lifetime win, maybe 2. But Refi is a horse that has the opportunity to run up through the classes, potentially, and do some damage this winter. So a very interesting group of horses here. There are now 5 trotters, and 1 pacer that I'm looking at tomorrow. So the pitch is simple to you. You can look at those horses, tell me what you think of them. If people are out there interested, we are interested in purchasing. I would think these horses would go anywhere between 40 to 80 or even up into $100,000. Obviously I don't want to buy any more than one of them. I think one of these horses could fill up what we're looking for the winter also. This would be what you would classify mid to high end condition horses for Mohawk in the winter. One of these horses, this horse will likely be going to Carmen Osiello. I've spoke to Carmen about taking one of them. So our other trainers are going to be focused on getting their 2-year-olds back that are turning 3. They'll be coming back out of the field, racing some of the horses we have. But when it comes to a horse like this, probably going to Carmen's barn. I doubt anybody has an issue with that. So whoever's interested out there that wants to get involved, we will be looking at these horses tomorrow. As I said, 5 horses, 5 trotters, and 1 pacer are pegged to sell tomorrow. And again, we're going to be looking at what happens with Lincoln James. I've sent a note out to the owners about him and what our plans are. So that's it. Day 4 is over. We ended up with 1 more yearling. Didn't plan that one, but just made simple sense and simple math. When you look at it, Jazzy Judy was a horse that is 1 of 29 that's going to race for $250,000 next year. When you look at how many horses are eligible in Pennsylvania, Ohio, Ontario, New York, New Jersey, so on and so forth, it really wasn't a hard decision to make at all. So I'll be in contact with most people through email in this video tonight. Be contacting some people tomorrow, and that will be it. That will be a wrap. Tomorrow is the last day of Harrisburg for everything. So we've had a lot of luck down here. Done a lot of good down here, I believe, in the yearling portion of the sale, and I believe the mixed portion also so far. One more day, and it's all over. Talk to you soon.